just going to point to the State House while I do this. The cops absolutely want this because, like I said, they come in, they do their little thing for footage, and then they bolt. I do not write for the paper down here, Danielle. I'm not being a journalist or doing reporting. I'm just out here videotaping everything, mostly for evidence. And Danielle, if you're still watching this, or if you watch it later or anything like that, take a look at some of Bubble West's videos, because last night a car actually ran through protesters, popped a guy up on the hood and stuff like that, and was trying to run people down. We got license plate number video of that because he was out there on the street helping. So
yes, this is going to be one of the most important things that we can say. This battle is going to start with police brutality, but it's not going to end until we fix the school system.
How long have you been out here at Trump?
This will be day 9 for me. I took a 2-day hiatus after day 6, but all work and no play make a courageous old boy. And my cat missed me, so gotta take care of the kid.
What's your role here at CHOP, or what brings you out here, and what do you do?
I'm Gatewatch. I sit up at 13th and Pine and make sure that the alt-right rejects don't sneak in, because we've had shootings, and there have been those boys driving around in flatbed trucks, holding guns, just looking for a weak point to come in and do a drive-by. And that's what we're trying to prevent, because if someone's gonna die, it'll be me. So the others down there can run away.
Sounds very brave of you. I mean, considering what's happened the past few nights.
When you become a guardian, you say, I will die for you. I'd rather not, but, well, someone has to do it.
Did you witness any of those shootings?
No, I have not. All of the shootings have taken place down at 10th and Pine, because that is the easiest access route to Broadway. But at 13th and Pine, it's got a great hill that if you wanted to go really fast, you could go really fast down it. Or a nice sniper position if you knew how to sight in a rifle. Damn it. Work. Oh, that's why. Oh, any other questions?
Yeah. So over your time here as security, has it generally been peaceful? Were these 2 or 3 shootings, or maybe slightly more, anomalies, or what's it been like in general?
They've been ramping up. More folks know what we're doing here, and people who object to what we're doing would rather shoot us than talk to us. That is my greatest hope, sitting there. As this lily white ginger motherfucker, those Proud Boys would hop out and instead of shooting at me would try and rally me to their cause and get me on their side. Well, that's a horrible idea, because I used to be a Nazi. 100% used to be a neo-Nazi. Nowadays, no. I've changed my life, and I figure I can change there. Busy boss, I'll get to you later, okay?
So, is it your belief that Proud Boys or other alt-right people were behind the shootings?
A couple of them. The other ones were sparked off a gang war between a couple of folks, because we let anyone who wants to walk in here. The only thing we try and restrict is driving traffic, because that's where the drive-by comes from. But 2 gentlemen were playing some cards, one started to lose, a fight broke out, and someone wound up dead. And from that point, there's a blood feud going on between individuals in organized crime. And it is happening right outside our gate. Thankfully, though, they don't see us as the enemy. They're actually, patrolling the outer edges, making sure that we have an easier time in here. I wish they didn't have to. I wish they didn't need to, turn to a life of crime to make do, and that's what we're trying to achieve here.
So they are the people engaged in this blood feud?
Yes, I believe it is. I'm going to respect them. I'm not going to mention the names that I was given, but there are individuals in a gang who are having a turf war right outside our gate, and I just hope it doesn't bleed into us.
And is there any connection between that turf war, because I didn't understand you so clearly, and the shooting that that turned out to be fatal, or are those completely
Yes,
unrelated?
that is 100% the link to it. The night the shooting happened, that happened. And then the next night, a large group of armed individuals arrived to 10th and Pine to partake in a morning vigil where they blasted off a lot of fireworks. And the other night, we were told that they have now gone about the area and are protecting their territory. Because this is a city. Gangs exist in cities.
And you think that it's alt-right guys involved in these gangs? I'm still not so clear about that.
The alt-right rejects are their own thing. They're a bunch of privileged white boys who worship guns and think black people are the worst thing to ever happen to civilization, and they all need to die because they're a bunch of racist retards. And I'm actually kind of thankful that we have the gang members sitting around the outside, because they scare off the Proud Boys, because, oh, that's a lot of people with guns. Let's go the other way. Because the alt-right, the only weapon they really have is fear. They use guns to scare people because they don't know the gun. They worship the gun. I learned gun safety at 5 years old, and I know guns. They are a tool simply for killing, nothing more. But the alt-right rejects don't understand that.
You were mentioning that you yourself previously were alt-right or a similar ideology.
Back when I was a teenager, I live out in the sticks, out in Kitsap County. And the only friends I could get were a bunch of white supremacist fuck nuggets. And I would rather have had friends than not. But after I hit about 21, I dropped that ideology like a hot rock, because I want to be a good person. I want to be someone that anybody could love, because no one loves evil people. That's one thing they seem to fail to understand, is if you're evil, no one will love you, because you're fucking evil.
And what specifically made you come out to CHOP and get involved?
On the 30th, I took place in the Westlake Center Park protest, and I got my ass beat by police. I had pepper spray launched directly down my throat into my lungs, and that made it quite personal. Well, yes, Black Lives Matter, and they need assistance, so I will render whatever assistance I can to make human life better. I would like to live in utopia, and to achieve that, you need to put your money where your mouth is and try to make it happen. Because a lot of people say, oh, it can't happen, it'll never change. The only way nothing happens is if nothing is done.
So what needs to be done to create utopia?
Well, we need to realize that we're all fucking human. All these invisible barriers that we throw up. Oh, you're this religion, you're that ethnicity, you're rich, you're poor. All these invisible walls we throw up that don't exist. They are imaginary. And I don't care your caste, creed, configuration, or coloration. You're human. That's all that fucking matters. And trying to teach people that is an uphill battle. But if not today, when? It's got to start somewhere.
What about the state of CHOP right now? Are people getting along? Are people not getting along? What needs to be done for CHOP to function like a mini utopia?
We need to have proper leadership. Yes, we do not have people in charge. What we need are people that others will follow, because that's a leader. A leader is someone who does their thing and people go, I like what you're doing, I will follow you into battle. What we have are a lot of people who want to rule, who want to say, I know what's best, do what I say, or rabble, rabble, rabble. No, I'm just gonna do my thing, and if people agree with me, cool, I'll be a leader. I don't want to be a leader. I'd rather someone more competent do it. But if that competent individual doesn't show up, fuck it, I'll do it. Because I consider myself the leader of my position up at Night Watch. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. But all of this, probably not. I hope there's someone more competent in there. But if they don't come out of the woodworks, I guess I will, as much as I'd rather not.
And then we haven't talked at all about the city. So the city's saying that it wants to shut down CHOP and retake
the city doesn't care about the people in here. All these nice concrete barricades they set up. You know the expression fish in a barrel? There's all the barrels. They want to push us in and restrict our area so it's easier for folks to drive through.
Maybe we could slide over. I don't want people to miss this point. All right, guys, the interview's not over. We don't want to get drowned out by the march.
Like, the city cares more about its property value than it does the people. They care more about the handful of people who are so inconvenienced by us being here that we need to leave because they're inconvenienced. The ultimate,
they being residents, business. No, I mean the people inconvenienced.
The city itself, and society itself. We're trying to change society to get people to give a fuck about your fellow man, not your fucking property. Because there are people who say, "Oh yeah, you broke a thing, you should die. It's just a fucking thing. You can make a new thing. You can replicate that busted out window, that burnt out car, anything that gets broken. You can't revive the dead. Once someone is dead, the entire universe of creation locked inside their skull is snuffed out, and it will never come to fruition. And people need to understand that. But they don't want to, because they have been told, don't talk to strangers. Don't get to know your neighbors. Don't be with people. They are trying to convince the ubiquitous they, in control of the world, sitting on their fucking yachts on their yachts and controlling people because they see us as tools to be used and abused and discarded when broken. And, well, people, wake the fuck up. Your thing is not worth as much as a human life, no matter what that thing is, because you can always make a new thing. You can't make a new person.
So what do you see moving forward, both from CHOP and from the city? Because they're bound to clash at some point.
With CHOP, again, leadership. We need folks who people will rally behind and listen to, because too many megaphones, not enough smart voices. Everyone thinks they've got the best ideas, and they're not willing to shut the fuck up and listen to people, because my opinion matters more. With the city, they need to stop giving a fuck about the property values, about their income, about all the money that is being lost because CHOP is here, and give a fuck about the people here. Give a flying fuck about the breadth of humanity that is going about trying to make the world a better place. But no, they want their fucking money. They want their quarterly report to be fancy and nice and in the green, because they only give a fuck about money, not people. Even though people are the ones who make money. You can't get productivity out of a fucking building. You get productivity out of a person.
Can these issues be resolved through negotiation?
No, it can't be resolved through negotiation, because a good negotiation leaves both sides kind of okay with what it is. And I won't be okay with the world as it is until we fucking change it. Until we improve the quality of life for everyone. Where we get humanity to a point where there is no want. Well, there is no need. Where everyone is fed, clothed, housed, has clean water, has medical aid, has everything they need to be happy. Because people are not happy. People are content. They go, well, this is as good as it's gonna get. Why try anymore? It's just too fucking hard to be better, to be happy. Well, anything worth doing is hard. So, do the hard thing for a fucking change.
Are you and fellow residents and participants in CHOP willing to stay put here, even if the city threatens to use force, or if some people agree to some deal with the city?
The protesting will continue until the nation improves. I am sleeping in the driver's seat of a Chevy Suburban that is uncomfortable as fuck because I need to be here. I need to be ready and able to assist at a moment's notice if someone needs me. I have taped up on my window, wake if need. And I can't help if I'm back in Kitsap. I can't jump out of my car and take a bullet for someone if I'm out in Kitsap. And if the police want to come back in force and try and evict us all, you couldn't evict us with your fullest might. We have taken your citadel and you are running out of supplies. The only thing the city has left is fear. And I am more angry than afraid, because I am tired of being afraid. I am tired of worrying about, oh, don't let them get your identity, don't let them ticket you, don't let, be afraid, be afraid. No, fuck you, I'm angry. I exist on a mixture of spite and anger, and more people need to get fucking angry about the world they live in instead of just fucking deal with it. If you want to deal with it, do something about it, instead of just sitting there doing fucking all. To all you folks watching, how can you help? Literally anything. That's all you have to do. Literally anything. You know you best. You know your certain array of skills that can provide assistance to making the world a better place. Apply those skills, whatever they are. I'm a goddamn blue-collar worker. I worked in earthquake retrofit. I worked as a burger flipper. I worked as a window chip repairman. I worked as a traffic flagger. And here I am, putting my skills to work. If the police come back, I'm telling folks, give me PVC pipe, duct tape, and foam noodles, and I can make you riot shields. Because it works. It really does. And I would love to show people just how effective they are, but I have yet to get those supplies because no one fucking believes me.
Will people stand with you if you get the supplies and you build them riot shields?
I mean, if I could get a shield wall worth of shields, I would show people how to do a shield wall. Because I'm also a Ren Fair nerd. I have spent 14 years pretending to be a knight. Might as well put that practice to work.
I don't know if that's going to come to fruition. If it does, not that I want there to be any violence, but that sounds like it'd be quite a sight to see.
Now, I don't want violence either. I want peace. For everyone. And people seem to think that peace is impossible. That conflict is basic human nature. No, basic human nature is working together. We are a tribal species. We work best when we are together. And invisible divisions. Oh, you're a white guy, you're a black guy, you're Hispanic, you're whatever the fuck. Invisible divisions. No, you're a fucking human. That's it. And if you can't accept that, I think you're a bad person. And you really need to reevaluate your life.
Anything else you'd like to say to those tuned in and to the world at large?
Fucking do something. Anything. Stop sitting around just stagnating and being content. Stop being content. Find out how to be happy. Because if you're happy, the world would be a better place. That'd be it.
All right, Brad, you have a fascinating story. Thank you very much and best of luck with your difficult job here.
My pleasure, sir, and thank you for doing the interview.
You're welcome. Oh, one more time. It was
Rage Brew.
Okay, Rage Brew. Or Brad. Okay.
Well, I'm Brad to the folks who are watching the live stream up at 13th and Pine because they didn't know my name, so they gave me one. All right, I'll be Brad. Here's my actual name, but if you want to still call me Brad, cool. I like nicknames, especially if they're not offensive ones.
All right, you got it. Rage Brew, Brad, whatever you want, you got it. Thank you very much.
Folks, have a good day. I got to get back to my position.